Hey everyone, I'm Bathtub Sir, and today I'm in the tub with Landmine Larry. Now, before you report me for any form of bestiality, In the Tub is a working title I'm giving to these sort of one-off videos where I take a look at either an indie game, an early access game, just to see what it's all about, what it's got to offer, have a look at some gameplay, show the mechanics off and stuff like that. So yeah, today is Landmine Larry's go. As you can see, Larry is this rabbit on the left with that 1,000-yard stare, which is a little bit off-putting. But it's an early access game, described as a 3D action platformer, developed in Unity. It's developed by some guys known as Furion Studios. So we're going to jump straight in, and I'll show you what it's about. I've done, so as you can see, 5 levels so far. I've got what I would say a fairly good understanding of the way things are going with this game, but we'll go from the beginning and show you what's what. It's worth saying, full disclaimer here, I was given the key for free by the developer. The game is at the moment, I think it's £4.59 in pounds, that is on Steam. It's got a 10% off, usually for £4.99, and it is in early access. So everything's subject to change, but until then, this is what we're working with. So, as you can see, I'm playing as Larry here, who's got a little bit of some rigid movement, but the main aim of the game is to get from one end of the level to the other, and there's a bunch of mines and enemies in between us and the end of the level, obviously going to try and kill us. So first things first, these blob things come at you. The game is meant to be frustrating, it's described as so, and it definitely is. Now what I'm still trying to decipher is whether it's frustrating because I'm messing up or the game is just, you know, not working properly. So for instance, I've played this level before, as you can see, and I know from here these landmines, you see them? They appeared there. If I step over them, I'm dead. Now, I'm not sure if they're meant to pop in so, like when I'm so close, you know? I don't know if the draw distance is meant to be better. If this is a deliberate choice, I don't really see the point. Just put them there to see from the first place, because all I'm going to do is run into them and blow up. Oh, like so, okay? And you get a nice bit of gore there. But obviously now I know they are there, I can try and avoid them this time. But I mean, it just shows maybe it's a little bit pointless for me to just die that first time. Let me try and avoid them by seeing them instead of just running head first. So I think I've got to do something like so. Whoa, I don't know what has gone on there. Oh, it's these guys. Okay. So I'm trying to kill them. Oh, okay. Managed to get them. And now we just carry on. And that's the end of our level there. The carrots, you throw them and they explode, as you may have seen. What I would maybe rather prefer is that they just explode on impact. So there's a little bit of a delay there. And when you're fighting enemies, I'd rather, as soon as they make contact, they would just blow up there and then. But that's the first level. Obviously, if you do it quicker, you get 3 stars. At the moment, in early access, there's 3 different types of weapons, I believe. So we've got the African Swallow, which enables cluster bombs. I'll equip that here. And if we just pop that over there, the TNT will blow up along with them 2 blobs. There we go. So in terms of design, I mean, the aesthetic is rather basic, as you can see. I'd quite like the enemy models, to be honest. Even that little bird guy is our pal there, it's quite cool. I wish we could pan around and see Larry, because he's quite interesting. I'm just staring at the back of his ears the whole time now. The game is only keyboard and mouse at the moment. Of course, this is the sheep. Now the sheep runs through. You see these mines. They only appear when I get close, but the sheep will run through and trigger them, and I've got to take out this guy. Yeah, there's a surprising amount of gore as well, so that's a bit of a juxtaposition against its cutie nature, which I'm sure is deliberate, and works fairly well. So now the sheep has cleared out most of the mines. We can carry on through. The platforming comes into play here. You've got to be careful not to do that. What I was going to say, you've got to be careful not to mistake your target reticle for where you're going to land. so you've got to judge your jumps a bit better there. So yeah, I understand the game is meant to be frustrating, but what I hope is, if I mess up, it's going to be because of me, because maybe I missed with a carrot or something like that. I've had times where it feels like the hits just aren't registering with the enemies. The movement is a little sluggish. I mean, this doesn't feel very fluid at all. Very sort of like on the spot. But I mean, how much of this can change? I believe the full release is slated for January 2017, so things can change. It does have its moments. So once we can get the hang of that, we can get up. It reminds me a fair bit of Croc on PS1, if you remember that back in the day. Whoa, that was... Thank God I could clip through that bridge there. We went to the goal. Another thing to note as well is perhaps the music. Each stage I've played so far has its own unique track, which can be good and bad. So this is the first track that really jumped out at me, as I quite liked. I was stuck on that first level the first time through for a while, and after 10 minutes or so the music started to be really great on me. I'm not going to try and sing it for you, but it was really sort of stuck in my head afterwards, driving me a little bit crazy. This music has a little bit of a different feel, and of course there's a lot more platforming in as the levels go on. Oh, just about made that. I think the game would really benefit from sort of controller support. I don't know how feasible that is. If we can just get up there. I don't know how feasible that is for the developers. I'm not going to go get them carrots. I don't see any point. I've got 75. Yeah, controller support would help. Just because it's a little bit finicky on keyboard and mouse. I'm pressing space and you don't feel like you feel like there's a little bit of a delay there. I'm going to go, because I've done the level before, I'm just going to show you sort of the main parts. Okay, so something like this. There's a shift button so Larry can sprint. And so all you want to do is zip about and jump and sprint. Yeah, so if you get here, all of a sudden you've got landmines. Now, you can really slow right down and try and walk through, or you can chuck your carrots to sort of blow a few up. But it just slows the game right down. Pacing is taken straight out of it. I mean, and I don't have any sheep for this level, so I can't just stick one through. What would help maybe is, again, like I said earlier, if the carrots would just instantly blew up, instead of sort of waiting that second. So, I mean, it gets to a point where I could maybe just try and walk through on my own, and that works. And maybe that's what I should have done from the start, but because the mines don't appear until you're like a centimetre away, you don't know how clustered they're going to be. So we got these guys who... Oh, see, the carrots, I think they may have exploded on impact there, but I took a lot of splash damage from them. But I do like the enemy design, although it don't really go with the foresty feel. But I don't know, I remember there's a guy who comes out here. It's quite cool looking. He looks more suited in Monsters Inc. or something like that. We'll carry on. I know there's more mines here. So yeah, the game can be frustrating. Playing through these levels for a second time, I've definitely enjoyed it more, I've got to admit. But oh my god, partly because I was going to say I know what I'm doing, but that might not always be the case. So it gets to a point where you just want to breeze through, which obviously leads to more mistakes, and you're having to start again from the start of the level. Oh god, like that. I didn't jump that time, although I did press the spacebar. But I mean, as I said, it's in early access. In all honesty, would I recommend this game in its current state for a £5? Probably not. I'd say hold on. Wait until some more features are added, which I believe is stuff like more items and stuff like that. See if they can make any of the changes with the mines. But this video isn't meant to be a review, and I know it sounds fairly critical, but it's just to have a look at the game in general. If you'd come across it on the internet and you wanted to see some gameplay footage, get an idea of that, just to see what you're getting yourself into. So we're just going to try and finish this level. and then I'll probably call the video there. But I mean, I want to see Larry's face. He looks very bland from the back here. The only sort of attacks we have are these thrown. There's no sort of, I mean, maybe you could benefit from like some sort of like melee attack. You could swipe at them or something like that. And of course we've got to do this bit again. Maybe I'll be better off walking through this time. I could jump, but that is risky. Is this how you're meant to play the game? First of all, I mean, it's quicker. Oh, okay, made it through that time. So, I mean, from that, maybe a lot of the game, while I'm not having as much fun as I'd like, is because it's my own way I'm approaching things. But then you could argue the game should sort of steer you in the right direction of how to go about these things. So I'm pretty sure I got a hit on the blob there, and he died straight away, which is good. But when they're right up in your face, sometimes the carrots feel like they go through them. So we're going to take this bit. You can hold shift to sprint. If you take your finger off sprint, Larry will slow down to more of a controllable pace, which is perfect for getting through these minefields here. As there's bigger gaps between there, we can just move in and out. And I think we're going to make it this time. Right, so yeah, that's Landmine Larry. It's currently in early access. My opinion is it has its moments. I think there's a way to go. Maybe wait to see what happens in January, see how the games come along. Okay, and we're going to leave it there for Landmine Larry. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like and subscribe. If you want to see more, maybe reach out to me on Twitter or on YouTube and let me know what game you'd like to have a quick look at next time. I'll jump in the tub with some of your suggestions. Okay, see you.